Hi there, my name is Kovu Kingsrod, and today I'm just filming a very sit-down talky type video. This is the type of video that I usually make on my second channel. If you haven't checked that out and would like to, there's a link down below in the description. I just post videos there just talking about how I'm feeling and things I've experienced and whatever maybe on my mind. But today I thought I would post a video like that to my main channel for old time's sake. To be honest, I used to post more personal talks like this one back in the day before I had so many followers, and it started to freak me out. So I made a second channel with not as many followers, and it feels more like a small community, which I feel comfortable with. I'm not saying I'm not grateful for all of the followers that I have on here, but yeah. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about, as you can tell by the title, how I feel about turning 17. And I know that some people will be asking, so I'm just going to mention this really quick. My birthday is the 6th of September, and yes, I do have a PO box where you can send me something if you want to send me something, but please don't feel pressured to send me anything. I will probably get questions about what I want and stuff, and I don't want to spend time in this video talking about that, so I'll just leave that in the comments or whatever, because it's not interesting to those who don't want to send me anything. And again, you don't have to send me anything at all. I'm not expecting people to send me lots of stuff, and it's only the option is there if you would like to, but again, you don't have to. So yeah, there's that. Now, turning 17. turning 17th. Turning 17. Just saying that kind of gives me a heavy heart, if I can say that. I don't know. By the way, this video is gonna get kind of dark, so if you don't feel comfy hearing about dark stuff, then don't watch this video. But the reason why I don't really feel comfortable at thought of turning 17 is because I never thought that I would turn 17. Basically, as soon as I turned 13, I fell into a really, really deep, dark hole, and I became suicidal. And that lasted until maybe around when I turned 16, which means that I haven't really had proper suicidal thoughts or really properly wanted to die in a year. Applause for that. That's a really good thing. And the lack of suicidal thoughts, or proper suicidal thoughts, has actually felt very weird to me, and has actually kind of freaked me out a little bit. Obviously, it's a good thing, but at the same time, it's so weird, the fact that I don't actively want to die. Because it was like that for 3 consecutive years. It was to the point where I knew I wasn't going to live past 15, 16. And I just knew, at school they would talk about, oh, when you, when this and this happens in your education path, I suppose, on a road to getting educated, then da-da-da-da, right? When you have those big exams, when you're 19 or when you're 16, last year we had some pretty big exams, I would always think, yeah, that doesn't apply to me because I won't experience that, and I accepted that. And also I'm never gonna get a car or drive a car. I'm never gonna reach that age where I do certain things that usually happen at that age, and I just kind of accepted it. And I took a lot of pictures with my friends. I always like to document moments because this is so dark, but because I wanted them to have something to remember me by, which may be a weird thing. But I always loved to film and capture moments because I thought, hey, when I'm gone, they can look back at this if they want to. And I just always made sure that I had something from the good moments we had. So, and I would always like plan ahead. I would plan like the music that would be played at my funeral. I would plan, or I would talk to my mum. I had a lot of internet friends back then. I would talk to my mum. If in the worst case scenario that I died, could you fly out those people to come to my funeral? And these were like, she knew I was in a rough place, but still these questions were kind of like out of the blue for her. But she was like, yeah, but that's not gonna happen. And I was like, yeah, it's not, but like just to make sure, haha, lol, banter. So I always made sure of those things. And I was just so sure I was going to die. And it wasn't all just suicide either. It was just, when I got up in the morning, it was like I knew I was going to die that day. And that lasted for months, maybe even years. Like, I would get up in the morning, ride my bike to school, and think, I'm gonna get hit by a car on my way there. I remember this is so silly, but I kept a picture of my best friend at the time in my pocket because I was so sure that I was going to die and I just wanted to have that on me. When I passed, and my mind was just so focused on death, and just that was all that was on my mind. Like, I remember we learnt about mushrooms at school, like dangerous mushrooms that you should not eat, and I was thinking legitimately, I can make a smoothie out of that. And every time I walked by the road, like, or biked by the road, I thought about like steering my bike into the road. I was just so certain that I was going to die young, very young, younger than 17, younger than 16. Another reason why I thought I was going to die young is because I've talked about this person on my channel before. Ash Hafner. He was a transgender boy who committed suicide in February of 2015, I believe. And I heard about him after his death, and his story really touched me. He was 2 years older than me. I was 14, I think, when I heard of him. And he died when he was 16. And it was weird. I looked up to him so much. And I remember like scrolling through his Instagram, and you know, this is very sad, but there are tons of teenagers, transgender teenagers, who have committed suicide and who have ended up in newspapers and stuff like that. But his story really touched me, and I just felt like I could relate to him so much, and at the same time I looked up to him so much. He just seemed so cool and like such a good kid. And he only made it to a few months past his 16th birthday, and I didn't want to outlive him. It was just so... It was weird. I was kind of obsessed with this kid, and I remember like posting pictures to my Instagram, thinking this may be the last picture that I'll ever post, thinking as I was uploading the picture like, oh, maybe one day soon someone will scroll through my Instagram like I scroll through Ash Hafner's Instagram after I'm gone. And I just, for some reason, I just didn't want to turn 16. I just really did not want to turn 16. I didn't want to be his age. I didn't want to pass him, if that's like the correct way to say that. He was just stuck in time, and I didn't want to, like, go past him. I didn't feel like I deserved to do that. I wanted him to stay older than me. I wanted him to stay someone I could kind of look up to in a twisted way. Because, except for the thing, or the suicide part, like, he seemed like such a, like, I'm not saying he's a bad person because of the suicide thing, but, like, I looked up to him so much for everything but the suicide. Like, he was so into music, and maybe even, like, a twisted part of me even looked up to him for the suicide, which is horrible to say, but I was just so lost in darkness at the time, and I was like, that's gonna be me one day. Like, that's definitely gonna be me one day. And it wasn't like an attention thing either, at all. I wasn't that type of person. It was just, I just wanted to die. And then when I turned 16, that was very, very difficult for me last year. And I had counted the exact days after his 16th birthday that he passed away. And I remember last year, on the day that, like, on the amount of days since my 16th birthday, that was the same amount of days as the day that he died after his 16th birthday. Like, I remember, like, texting my boyfriend at the time, like, I can't believe I outlived him, and he was like, you already did. Like, the day he died, you did outlive him. Like, the age thing doesn't matter. Like, he didn't say it like this, but he's stuck in time, and we're all moving past him. Just like any other person who has died, and I wanted to stop in time like he did, and I didn't want to go on because of him and because of just everything unrelated to him. I just didn't want to be alive. And as I'm getting older, I'm also seeing him getting younger. And now I'm soon turning 17, and that is really, really scary to me because I didn't expect this. I did not expect to, like, reach my 17th birthday. I didn't expect to reach my, like, 14th, 15th, 16th birthday. And now I'm going on 17, and it's 4 years since I first became suicidal. And I just can't believe I have made it this far. But, like, obviously that's it's good that I have, but at the same time it freaks me the heck out because I feel very lost, because, like, thinking that my life is gonna end soon is all I've known for several years. But now I don't really feel that way. I still have moments where I feel really like I don't see the point of existence, but not to the point where I want to actively die or do something stupid anymore. So I'm thinking for the first time in ages that I actually have a future, and that is scary. That is really, really scary. And 17 is such a big number. Then you're, like, such a teenager, and you're supposed to experience teenager stuff. And I just feel like I'm not as... I feel like I haven't grown as much as other people my age. Because I lived, like, in my bedroom and in my mind for years, so I feel like I haven't experienced what many other teenagers my age have. And maybe that's the reason why I'm so kind of, like, reserved, if that's the word. Like, I don't think that my intelligence is of that of a, like, 14-year-old, but I feel like I feel like I'm still like that 13, 14-year-old kid. Maybe not 13, but I still feel like that kid that I was when I first became like really, really depressed, and I really struggled, and I feel like I've kind of lost those years of my teenagehood, if that makes sense. And I just feel very uncomfortable at the thought of growing up or time passing in general. Like, just the fact that it's July already and it's already summer freaks me out, and I feel so bad, and it just makes me so anxious, like time passing for some reason, and I don't feel like I should be 17. And I guess that's like the main thing. Like, I don't think that I should turn 17, because I, in my mind, wasn't supposed to, but I am, and that's very weird. This video, oh my god, it's so dark. Jesus Christ, that wasn't my intention. I don't know what my intention was, but it's just weird when you get over that, like, when you get through that. You're left on the other side feeling really strange and kind of lost, because all you've ever known is behind you, and you're moving further away from that, and that in itself, oh sorry, I burped, that in itself is scary. Way to brighten the mood. That in itself is scary, like moving further away from all you've ever known. Like, for example, like the relationships that I had at the time, like not just like romantic relationships, but all the friends that I had at the time, even if the friendships were kind of like toxic, that, like, I'm moving further away from that, but that's what I know. That's, like, that feels safe, but now I feel like I'm moving into the real world, and, like, I have the whole world at my feet, I suppose. I just don't know what to do with it, because only now I'm realizing that I actually have the opportunity to do something with it, because I probably won't die tomorrow. It would be very ironic if I did, by the way. I don't know, it's just weird, and obviously it's a good sign that I'm feeling this way, but at the same time I feel very lost. But I think that's all I have to say for now. I don't know. Sorry this became so dark, I didn't mean it to. If you feel the same way, please comment something in the comment section, or if you just have any kind of input. Or if you want to ask me what I want for my birthday, I don't know. I don't know. But thank you for listening. It really means a lot. And if you want me to bring back more of these types of videos to this channel, then maybe I will. I already post them on my second channel, but maybe I'll do the occasional sit down getting deep with Kovu type thing. I don't know. I just used to post these videos on this channel a lot before it kind of like blew up a little bit last summer, and I just wanted to bring that back, because I don't know. But yeah, I hope you're having a good day. Stay safe and eat drink, and do not hurt yourselves, and remember that you are so much more than you could ever realize. Seriously, thank you again for listening, and for always being there, and for supporting me through the years. You're honestly like one of the reasons why I'm still here, so thank you. Alright, I'm gonna go now. Take care. Goodbye.